Micro, mega, super, and hyper. These are prefixes. Micro generally means small, and mega, super, and hyper are all related to the words big and large, excessive, over the top. Very similar in mega, super, and hyper, and we're going to look at some example of words with these prefixes. Let's start with micro. We have microwave and microcosm. Microwave is an appliance which uses radio waves to cook. Now these radio waves are very small. That's why it's called a microwave. You could also think microwave generally is smaller than an oven, so it's small. Microwave. He quickly reheated his meal in the microwave. Microcosm. Noun, small representative model of a larger system. And this one has some really good synonyms I've included. Model and example. Micro is kind of small, and it's a small model. Our small town is a microcosm of America. So in this case it's saying the small town is just a small model of what all of America would look like. Let's talk about mega. You have megaphone and megabyte. Megaphone is a noun. It is a cone-shaped device that amplifies voices. This word amplifies means makes bigger. The cheerleader shouted through the megaphone. So that's how the mega applies, because amplifies. Megabyte is a noun. Information unit of about 1 million bytes. The key thing here is 1 million bytes. Nowadays, with technology, a megabyte is actually not that big of a storage piece, so you don't think mega. But when it first came out, you had bytes is what we started with, and a megabyte would be 1 million of them. That's a lot, so that's why it's called a megabyte. A megabyte equals around 1 million bytes. Super. We have superhuman and supermarket. Superhuman is an adjective having extraordinary abilities, or extraordinary. Synonym would just be extraordinary, and some good antonyms would be ordinary or average. It took superhuman strength to lift the car, so that's something that takes a lot of strength. That's why it's superhuman. Supermarket is a noun. Large store selling food and household items. A good synonym for this one would just be market, because it's a place that sells items. Now, a regular market is probably not going to be as big as a supermarket, and that's the whole idea of super being large. But a market is a market, and they're usually fairly similar. We went shopping for food at the supermarket. Hyperbole is a noun. It means extreme exaggeration. Extreme. Synonym would just be exaggeration, and antonym would be understatement. So exaggerates when you really go over the top describing something that's just untrue, and understatements when you're kind of going down below describing something. Saying that something is the best or the worst in the whole world is probably either an exaggeration or an understatement. Hyperbole is the opposite of understatement. Hyperactive is an adjective. It means abnormally or extremely busy or engaged. So this extremely busy or engaged is kind of the active, and extremely, just super busy. Notice that, super, the other prefix. A hyperactive imagination is constantly on.